Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about the New York Post report on the review of Diddy Combs' tapes. So they have an article out detailing what they have seen on video. This article is titled, Diddy Combs Makes Star-Studded Bashes with Raucous Freak-Off Sex Parties After VMAs and Super Bowl Videos Reveal. So, Diddy Combs' freak-off often coincide with some of his biggest star-studded parties with the height of his fame, with at least 3 wild sex parties taking place hours after major events, according to a trove of video files and documents viewed exclusively by the Post. The clip suggests that the orgies, which federal prosecutors says sometimes involves women who were threatened or coerced to perform grueling hours-long sex acts, were happening just below the surface as Diddy rubbed elbows with the biggest names in Hollywood, music, and sports. In the early morning hours of August 29, 2005, Diddy after party from the MTV VMAs was still going strong. Actress Eva Longoria chatted with Fergie in one corner, while Ice-T, Quincy Jones, NASCAR great Jeff Gordon, and Paris Hilton mingled with guests. Combs had hosted the VMAs, and his after party was the hottest ticket in town that night. But one by one, the celebrities left the party, and there is no indication that they knew about or were involved in what happened next. Soon, the event moved from the inside at Space nightclub to Diddy's Miami mansion. From there, it appears to have descended into a raucous sex party. According to photos and videos viewed by the Post, by then, all the stars appear to have gone except one, Diddy. They were replaced by a cast of fit young men and women, all in various states of undress, as 2 white men took turns having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had white powder under her nose. Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words, "God is the greatest," written in black, the same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMAs after party. In another clip from the night, a couple had loud sex on a table as a group of well-dressed people stood around. The videos viewed by the Post are part of the same archive that includes footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list star. That video has been shopped around for sale news outlets by more than one purported seller. In the trove of files, some of the videos are undated or the dates are clearly incorrect, but other files have dates that are consistent with verified details of events, location, and clothing that Diddy and others were wearing. However, many of the videos have dates that can be corroborated with star-studded events, including the 2004 and 2005 VMAs in Miami, at the 2005 Super Bowl in Jacksonville. After each of these events, Diddy appears to have thrown a wild orgy. The alleged behavior is consistent with a similar allegation in a lawsuit filed earlier this week in which a woman alleges Diddy and a female celebrity raped her when she was just 13 following the 2000 VMAs at Radio City Music Hall in New York. Diddy's attorney denied the latest allegations in a statement in court. The truth will prevail that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. During the week of the Super Bowl in Jacksonville in February 2005, Diddy threw a star-studded gala with attendees like Ashtonkutcher, Ashley Simpson, and Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis. Hours later, the party seemingly moved to a $2 mansion in nearby Sawgrass, which Diddy rented for a reported $20,000 per week. In one video, 2 men have sex with each other, while the other sounds of laughter echoed throughout the room. It later appears that Diddy himself took part in the action that night and held the camera from his point of view while he appeared to engage in sex with a woman. Again, there's no indication that his Super Bowl party guests knew about the orgy that took place afterwards. Federal officials raided two of Diddy's home in March, seizing hundreds of sex videos and a mountain of sex paraphernalia, including 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. In a statement, the U.S. Attorney's Office alleged that the sex parties were not always consensual. His alleged sexual abuse of women, including forcing them to engage in frequent days-long sexual activities with male prostitutes, some of whom were transported over state lines. According to the charges against him, these events, which Combs referred to as freak-offs, were elaborate sex performances that he arranged, directed, and often electronically recorded, the document said. To ensure participation in freak-offs, Combs used violence and intimidation and leveraged his power over victims, power he obtained through obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, exploiting his financial support to them, and threatening to cut off the same and controlling their careers, authorities allege. It is unclear whether the videos that the Post has viewed are part of the Fed's case, but officials say they confiscated hundreds of videos from Combs' hard drive devices, some of which include freak-offs, sex parties. These are consistent with the videos we have. A federal law enforcement source who is involved in the investigation said after hearing descriptions of the scenes in the video that the Post viewed, just about everything you can imagine was happening at his parties. Now our job is to determine whether this was consensual for everyone involved, if anyone has been trafficked, and what laws have been broken. In the videos viewed by the Post, the identities of most of the participants are known, but the feds believe that at least some of the victims in the videos obtained were coerced to perform. Combs threatened his victims, the Fed said after his arrest, including by threatening to expose the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of freak-offs if the woman did not comply with his demands. Diddy has been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. In addition to the charges, he faces a myriad of civil suits from his alleged victims. He has pleaded not guilty and consistently denied wrongdoings in both criminal cases and the civil suits. Now guys, that is definitely a lot. It's quite a lot. And just imagine, these are just, from a minimal amount of evidence. They don't have everything in their position. And just from describing one tape, it's really horrific that he had the power, the luxury, the access to bribe, bully, and intimidate people to do all of this. And for him to even do all of this and think that he's just going to retire and it's going to be another day in paradise, he was seriously delusional. I mean, these things, they never do really work out for people like Sean Diddy Combs. You have to be like a part of the upbringing. You have to be like cultured into a mob family. And even then, we don't see those people getting away. Even when they're old, they get caught. So it's really concerning to see that he thought that he was this mighty, this all-powerful. He could do this, have people as he like, threaten them, abuse them, violate their rights, and just get away with it. And as you guys know, it has been revealed that many police would cover for him. He knows who to call to cover what when needed. And that Little Rod lawsuit against him is one of those lawsuits that outlines such allegations. But seeing this and, going through all this report from the New York Post, it's really believable now that these things are even more severe than we initially thought. Very scary if you ask me. But guys, it's really good to see that he's being held accountable. And I do hope that they get to the bottom of this to verify if people were coerced, bullied, threatened into doing his dirty deeds. I really want to know. And I do hope that Washington Post, the New York Post, I'm talking about Washington Post, the New York Post keeps us updated. But guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you guys later. Bye guys.